Hello, Superuser. Today we're going to learn about document styles. And now this is one that I'm actually really excited to share with you because it has saved me so much time in just the last month since I've discovered this trick. Now, you may have noticed that whenever I start a new file, like let's say I go over here, let's just add, I don't know, grand staff this time. Next, we're going to do that as a title next. Now, I have a lot of defaults already set up, right? You can see that this is not the custom font. All this is lined up. If I go to the parts have measure numbers in them. The part name is on every single page already. We have everything nicely laid out, and it's so nice. And if you look at other things I've talked about with having these all lined up at the exact same height, or all these keyboard shortcuts, like if I have a note with a tremolo on it and I could just automatically fix it like that, all these little tips and tricks that I've shown you, they can be a real pain to set up once, but with document styles, you just need to set them up once, and then you have them forever with every single document you ever open. And it's amazing. That way, everything just looks nice when you first set it up. Like, for instance, it says C-square over here. That's not the default, and it's already in all caps. That's what you can do with document styles. It's just so nice and simple. And so that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to teach you both how to find the document styles, update them yourselves, and then figure out how to use them. And all three of those are really simple. But if you take care to use document styles for every single major change you do, your notation will progressively get better and better with less work as time goes on, because every iteration you do will be saved for the next project. That's why I'm so excited to share this with you. So without further ado, this is how you go find the document styles document for you to edit. I'm using a Mac, so we're going to go to Macintosh HD, Library, Application Support, go down here to Make Music, Finale, Music Files. So once you find the Finale folder, and then you want to go to Music Files, okay? Document Styles. This is where we're at. You can also do other cool things like templates, exercises, default files, but Document Styles is what we're talking about today. Engrave Style, that's the default style. That's one we're going to work on. And all you have to do is double click to open it. And ta-da! You have this document to work on. And then all you have to do is do any change you want to do here. So for instance, actually, the measure numbers that I had before in the parts weren't quite exactly what I wanted. So we're going to go to Edit Measure Number Regions. We wanted link parts. I actually wanted to show it on the bottom staff. And then you're going to want to save it. On a Mac, unfortunately, you'll get this error. That's because this is in a protected part of the drive, so technically you'd need to authenticate it, but Finale just can't authenticate it to save it. So instead, you're going to have to save it somewhere else and then drag it in to this folder that we found earlier. But then once you do that, there's no restart even required. You just save it and then create a new file, and it can be any instrumentation you want, because this doesn't save instrumentation. Like, let's say full orchestra, blah, 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 blah. We have the full orchestra and our changes are saved. And for instance, like in past videos, you've seen me talk about large time signatures, boom, 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 like that. It's saved automatically. It's in the parts correctly, and I didn't have to do any work this time around. I just fixed it, did it once, and it's saved, and it's great. That's the power of document styles, and it's literally that simple. Now, there's a couple things just to note as you're getting around with document styles is you'll notice that anything you actually enter here in the music will not carry over. Even the staff defaults won't carry over. Like for instance here, I have it set up so display rest and empty measures, that is turned off for me. Normally it would look like this. I like this as the default. Unfortunately, as you can see with the score we just created, there are rests in every empty measure, so that didn't help at all. But other than that, pretty much everything you can think of that is not attached to a specific stave or system can work here. So like the measure numbers that we were working on, those work. If you have any custom keyboard shortcuts, like I have several here, like for instance dynamics, my dynamics are different, that way they're all on the left side of the keyboard. I have crescendo, diminuendo already stored in here. Those aren't default. You can see I already have a ton of technique text in here, those that are not default, including A2, which I can just press with A. My rehearsal marks, they're in here, and measure numbers there in here. It's all nice, so simple, and it's all set up so that way when I get to the score, it's just set up exactly how I want it to do. That is document styles. That's the power of document styles. I think that's pretty much everything you need to know. So what I'd recommend with you, if I were you, is I would start asking yourself the questions of what's something I change in every single document, and then just go change the document style. If you found these videos that I've been posting helpful, go rewatch them and then change those settings in the document style. So like rewatch every single one of my videos and then go automatically change the settings in the document styles. If there's something in the future that you find that is just changing the general layout of the score that you really like, go change it in the document style. Change it once, that way you never have to worry about changing it again. That's the power of document styles, but this is incredibly powerful and I want to make sure that you know about it and it saves you tons of time in the future. So if you found this video at all helpful, which I really hope you did, make sure to like and subscribe so that we can stay up to date with a ton of new Finale tips and tricks, including others that will save you about this much time and even more.